Oh, shh. Annabelle's asleep.
Oh.
What?
Well, I want to talk to you about Annabelle.
What's up?
Okay, you know that Mr. Lewis has been looking for Annabelle.
Yeah, I know. Already had enough of that creep.
And you know that he recognizes her the same way Henry does. And also, Mr. Lewis is the fourth man in the picture.
So what does that mean?
He's after Annabelle just like he's after Henry.
What do you mean he's after him?
He was in Henry's room when they found the respirator unplugged.
Well, yeah, I knew that, but what does that mean?
I think he did it. And now Mr. Lewis is looking all over for Annabelle? Tony, I think maybe he's going to try to hurt her or something.
Why would he want to hurt Annabelle or Henry?
I don't know. But, I mean, it's got something to do with the picture. And I just think you ought to watch out for Annabelle.
Okay, thanks, I will.
Does she know that Mr. Lewis has been looking for her?
No, I don't want her to know any of that.
Is she all right?
Oh, yeah, she's fine. She's just sleeping.
Now, look, we're going to get to the bottom of this for Annabelle's sake and for Henry's sake. Quentin is very worried about his father. I mean, you know, he knows about the picture and everything. And so he went to speak to Mr. Lewis today. Going to get to the bottom of this once and for all.
Well, what if Mr. Lewis doesn't tell him anything?
Well, I don't know. All I know is that Quentin is good at getting people to talk.
Well, let me know what you find out.
I will. Are you going to let Annabelle know about any of this?
No, no way. Come here. I don't want her to know anything right now because I don't think she could handle it.
Quentin.
Well, Mr. Lewis, I hope I didn't come at a bad time.
Well, actually, I was just on my way out.
Oh, then I won't stay too long.
I really don't have time right now.
Oh, surely you can spare a few minutes. I've just come from the hospital to tell you my father's doing much better.
I'm glad to hear it.
And this is one of the few chances I have to get away from the hospital.
Well, you should try to get some rest. You look worn out, son.
Oh, I am. I'll sit down if you don't mind.
Not at all. Quentin, why are you here?
Well, I've just come here to reassure you about the picture.
What picture?
You know what picture.
No, I don't. I'm sorry, but I have an appointment and I'm afraid I'm going to be late.
It's a picture of you and my father on a fishing trip.
I've been on lots of fishing trips.
Yes, but this was some 20 years ago. There was you and my father, Bill Bauer, Brandon Spaulding, Tom Reardon. He told me all about the trip. Oh, and about the girl, too.
Bull. You don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yes, I do. But that's not important. My father told me that the picture was causing some trouble. He just sent me over here to assure you that it'll cause you no more worry.
I told Henry not to tell that story.
And you do know about the picture.
Shouldn't you be getting back to your daddy now?
So you are the fourth man in that picture.
Why are you nosing around about something that's none of your business?
Because anything that concerns my father's health is my business.
I could kill Henry for this.
What?
Nothing.
Mr. Lewis, why don't you sit down and tell me your side of the story?
Why don't you just leave?
All right. But before I go, I have just two things to say to you.
I am losing patience, boy.
First of all, I don't want you ever to go near my father again.
What?
You heard me.
Well, Henry's one of my closest friends. Well, hold on now. You don't think I had anything to do with what happened to your daddy, do you? Quentin, I had nothing whatsoever to do with disconnecting your daddy's respirator. You have to believe that.
Mr. Lewis, I didn't come here to accuse you of anything.
You could fool me.
I'm just not taking any more chances where my father's health is concerned. Now, do you understand?
No.
No more trips to the hospital. Just stay away from him. Now, I don't care about what this little secret is that you're trying to cover up. But I intend to find out what this picture means because I figure that it's the only way I have of protecting my father.
There is no way you're going to find out anything. So, don't bother trying. And if you know what's good for you, you won't.
Good afternoon, Mr. Lewis.
Quentin? Oh,
Any news about father?
well, I just called the hospital. They said he's okay.
That's good.
Well, did you speak to Mr. Lewis?
Yes?
And?
Mr. Lewis is the fourth man in the picture.
Well, did he say anything about the picture, about the fishing trip or anything?
No, he refused to talk about it.
But Quentin, he is the one who's causing all the trouble, isn't he?
He's the only one left who could. Nola?
Oh, hi. What are you doing here? I thought you were spending the afternoon with your father at the hospital.
Well, I planned to, but he's doing much better. Vanessa is there, so I thought I'd come home and spend the afternoon with you and Stacy.
Oh, well, that's nice, but I was just about ready to leave.
Gonna go see Maureen?
Yeah. She just got home from the hospital a couple hours ago. I thought maybe I'd go over there and see if I could do anything to help.
Would you like me to come with you?
I don't think so. Maybe later in the week. Yeah.
You're probably right. No one could cheer her up like you and your mother could.
You know, Quentin, I just hope it doesn't take too long for Maureen to, well, to get over losing the baby.
Suffering any physical pain?
I don't think so. I think that it's just mostly she's very upset.
Last time we saw Maureen, she was so happy. She was really looking forward to having that baby.
Yeah. It's just so horrible. You know, she used to, in Sunday school, she used to go up to this one sister all the time, this bugger every week, and say, I want to have a family just like my mom does. I want to have 7 kids. It's funny.
The miscarriage, it won't physically inhibit her from having any other children, will it?
I don't think. Mom said that Dr. Sedgwick told Maureen that she wouldn't have any problems, you know.
Well, at least she and Ed can look forward to having a family then.
Yeah. You know, in time, but it's just, you know, one baby can never replace another, and she just, oh gosh, she just really loved this baby right from the minute she found out she was pregnant. Well, goodness, I better, you know, get going. Get over there.
Oh, Mrs. Chamberlain, I'm so glad we caught you.
Oh, why's that?
Well, Stacy woke up from her nap a little fussy. She wanted to see your mom.
Oh, come here, sweetheart. Come here, honey.
There you go.
Oh, look. Now, listen. I won't be gone long, and then when we come back, we can have dinner together and then go out and play in the gazebo.
Oh, Stacy will love that. She found a mud puddle out there the other day and had a great time. Didn't you, Stace? So, Mr. Chamberlain, I'm surprised you're home this afternoon. I didn't expect you here.
Well, I'm here, and I plan to take Stacy off your hands for a while.
Well, I tell you what. Why don't we share?
All right.
Well, it sounds like between the two of you, you'll be able to keep her busy.
Mrs. Chamberlain, will you tell your sister how sorry I am?
Oh, I will. Yeah. Thank you. Listen, I'll be back as soon as I can.
All right.
I'll see you. Okay. All right. See you later. Bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Over here, sir.
Mr. Chamberlain,
Mm-hmm.
how's your father?
Oh, he's feeling much, much better, thank you.
Oh, I'm
We're all
glad to hear that.
All very relieved, aren't we, dear?
It's good news.
Mm-hmm.
See, I bet Stacy'd like her leprechaun. I know it was stuck here behind the sofa somewhere. Yes! Look. Well, that's on.
Look.
How about that?
There you go. There you go.
I feel so badly for Mr. and Mrs. Bauer. They're such a nice couple.
Yes, they are.
Must be awfully hard on them losing this baby.
Oh, yes, I would imagine it would be. No expectant parent ever thinks of the possibility of losing a child that way.
Oh, well, of course you wouldn't.
Just reinforces the idea of What a miraculous thing a child really is.
Hi. Oh, God, Maureen, I'm so sorry. Thank you. You know, everything's here to remind me of the baby. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I came home from the hospital and I found my vitamins in the medicine cabinet. I cried. You know, those things are bound to happen. I mean, everything was the way you left it before.
Oh, it just doesn't seem real. Nola, I watched myself go through this horrible thing, what my body did, and there was nothing I could do to stop it.
Must have been terrible.
Poor little baby.
Maureen, it wasn't meant to be.
I just never thought I'd feel this way about a baby I only carried for a few weeks.
Well, it's a few days, a few weeks. You're still carrying a life inside you,
I don't know, Nola, it just seems so futile. I feel so lost.
Maureen, have you cried about any of this yet? I mean, you have to, you have to let your feelings out, you and Ed.
I know. Everyone keeps saying that we'll have another one.
Of course you will. But first you have to let your feelings out about losing the baby. You have to. It's important. And then you can put it all behind you.
Oh, it's just not possible.
Yes, it is possible. It is possible. It'll get easier. A few months will go by, and then you and Ed can think about having another baby.
I don't want to have another baby. I wanted this one.
Now, Maureen, it wasn't meant to be. Let it out. Go ahead and cry. It's all right. Go ahead. It's all right. It just wasn't meant to be. Was it? It's all right. Go ahead. Cry.
Oh, no. Boy, Nola, how'd you get to be so smart?
I guess I come from a smart family.
I'm glad I have all of you around right now. I really need my family.
I love you, Maureen.
Not interrupting anything.
No, of course not.
Hello.
Oh, Ross, this is Jane Hogan.
Yes, I know.
Well, hello, Mr. Marler. I'm working for the Chamberlains now.
Good. I'm glad. Have you heard anything?
No, I'm afraid I haven't.
I understand. Quentin, you're very fortunate. Jane is a wonderful nurse.
Yes, I know.
Well, thank you, Mr. Marler. If you'll excuse me, I think Stacy's a little hungry. I'm going to take her out to the kitchen and get her something to eat.
All right.
Good to see you.
Good seeing you.
What?
Is there something wrong, Ross?
No. It's just that I keep running into people who remind me of someone, that's all. But that's not why I'm here.
Oh, sit down.
Thank you.
What can I do for you?
H.B. Lewis may have left town rather abruptly. Does that mean anything to you?
I'm not surprised.
Oh, why is that?
Well, I didn't want to say anything the other day. It's sort of a speculation. As a matter of fact, it's a hunch of Nola's.
Ah. What sort of hunch?
Well, that H.B. Lewis was in some way responsible for Henry's respirator accident.
Well, why would you think that?
Ross, it has something to do with that picture that Tony had in company, the one of the 4 men on the fishing trip with the girl that looks like Annabelle Sims.
Yes, yes. Bill Bauer. He's in that photograph as well, isn't he?
Yes, and so is H.B. Lewis.
Was Henry?
Yes, he is. Nola was told by Henry about that a few days before his respirator accident.
Do you think that H.B. Lewis left town on his own volition?
I wouldn't be surprised. You see, Ross, I warned him not to go near my father again.
Are you telling me that H.B. Lewis has some sort of vendetta against the other people in that photograph?
I don't know, Ross. What do you think?
I don't know either. But it's certainly starting to look as though someone has. Thank you for your time.